stop right there. I'm gonna grab my apron. Don't you move a muscle. Chef D, that's me, but you guys already know that. My homemade Twix bar. Let's go melt some chocolate on the double boiler. Come on over, we got some heavy cream heating up on the double boiler. Let's go to the range. This is 33% whole cream. I'm gonna throw in some 88% dark chocolate chips. Now, when you're making a homemade chocolate bar, the key is to make sure that you use a dark chocolate. It's got less oils in it. You want less oils in it because when you cool the bar down, you want a nice crispy outer chocolatey coating. I've got like a very, very medium to low heat right now. I don't want this water boiling. I want a very light simmer. I want to be gentle. I want to incorporate that whole heavy cream gently into the natural oils of the chocolate so it does not split. That is the trick. I got my oven preheated at 350 degrees, getting ready to make some shortbread cookies. Let's go over to the board and make this delicious shortbread, but first, grabbing my apron. When working with flour and wearing a nice shirt, you want to make sure you always have an apron on. Scotland is the original origin of shortbread cookies, and this recipe is going to come way back and way back and way back. Generally, some think to make a nice dry shortbread, they have to use the cornstarch. You do not need to add any cornstarch in it to make it dry. It's just proportioning out the correct amount of flour with the butter. We're going to go with 1/3 a cup of salted butter, 1/2 cup white sugar, and cream this up for a bit. So you want to make sure that that's creamed up nicely. You're going to add in 1 tablespoon delicious vanilla extract and 1.5 cups of white flour. And we're just slowly mixing this, incorporating it very slowly. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. I don't want to add in all that flour at once because then it won't incorporate nice and smoothly. Now this shortbread, I'm gonna add a little bit of ground coffee. Wouldn't mind to have one of these in the morning before my coffee. So as you can see now, it's looking very granulated. This is what we're after in here, very granulated. Now I don't have to add in any extra salt because I know that the butter I chose is salted. This is on a #1 in your mixer. Feel free to use the old school hand and bowl trick. Little wooden spoon. You can do that too. You don't necessarily need the mixer. Look at how velvety smooth this is. This is what you're going for right here, smooth and velvety. You set your oven at 350 degrees. Look at this mix. Now, this is what I mean. Look how crumbly this looks, okay? Crumbly, crumbly, crumbly. The dryness of your shortbread cookie determines on how much flour to butter ratio you have. Get your hands in there, you get all happy, and you do your daily workout. You're bringing it all together. But it should be dry, it should feel dry. Very crumbly, very fragile. That's the key to a good Scottish shortbread. Get in there, use your muscles, get those hands going on. Reduce your stress. This is how I like to reduce my stress of the day. I make shortbread cookies. This, you guys, is where you're gonna mold. You're gonna mold and mold. Open up that oven, throw them in there, 10-minute timer. Boom. Now I got a little song and dance for 10 minutes. In that little skillet over there that's warming up on a medium to low heat, a number 3-4 on your electric, or a 1/4 of an inch on your gas, some coconut. Come on. smooth and spread it out evenly. You're just leaching out the oils that naturally occur inside this flaked coconut. All right, you guys, that's not all. Full cream. A sufficient amount of brown sugar. So we don't want to split that sauce at all. We just want to make sure that these ingredients incorporate deliciously. We're just going to mix this and incorporate this slowly. Make a delicious caramel sauce for the inside of our delicious shortbread cookie. Let's go to the board, right? A little babushka. Grab yourself a spoon and you're gonna add a fine layer of chocolate on the bottom. Okay, that's that. I'm gonna go into the freezer now. The chocolate is cooling now in that freezer. Deep freeze. Wanna deep freeze that. Good 4 or 5 minutes is good. That's why I waited about 4 or 5 minutes left on the shortbread cookies, because we're that organized. We're gonna chop up some marshmallow now. You can add nuts in this. Some walnuts would be nice, some cashews, some peanuts. I mean, you do you. This is just my simplistic version of something that I find delicious throughout the day. This is good. Oh, when you see it boiling like that, you guys, which it shouldn't do, it's not gonna hurt it because I hit it early enough. What happens is you can reduce it at such a rapid rate that it'll split. You don't want it to split. So move it directly off the burner. And now we're just working, we're playing, we're having a good time. We're making something delicious from the heart. That's beautiful. Should be this nice, silky, smooth, beautiful caramel. I mean, this just makes me want to grab a couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream. And it's very important, you guys, that you warm this up gently and slowly. Like, very, very important. Okay. Because if you don't, only a few of them brown, and then the rest are like, hey, what about me? Mix this up and get this browning. Shortbread out of the oven. Beautiful, just slight essence of coffee. I'm gonna move this to a cooling rack to get that air underneath and up. Cooling rack. Bing! Let's go grab that chocolatey goodness. I'll be right back. So now they're solid, as you can see, solid as rock. They need about 4 minutes or so. Gonna grab a little bit of that crispy shortbread cookie and just crunch it up in there. I'm gonna put some marshmallow on top. If you want to make these healthy, that's the joke, right? If you want to make these healthy, you can't. Look at this, look at this. Just a little deliciousness of the caramel next to that marshmallow. Just like that. We're having a delicious day today, making some Twix cookies from scratch. Chef D style. Boom with the chocolate. Boom with the chocolate. Now I'm gonna grab some of that coconut. Just a little bit, guys. Make sure it's crispy though. You want a nice crispy coconut. This is just gonna add a little extra love. Set these in your refrigerator overnight or in your deep freeze for a good 20 minutes minimum. I just love them. I love them. I mean, these are just fantastic. And they're small enough again, but rich enough, you know, where you don't need more than one. They're just kind of perfect, right? Now you get the marshmallow, you get the shortbread cookie, you get the caramel. I put the caramel on the outside. And there you have it. Your homemade coffee Twix bar from scratch. You can make these long, just like they have wrapped up in the candy store. You can make them long. I just chose to make them in a circle. Oh. So good. So good. Shortbread's delicious. And that's really what you're going for. You guys have a fantastic night. Thank you very much. Riley, the Coffee Caramel Twix Bar by Chef D.